This is me, Pittman, again, just here in the reptile room. As you can see, still a lot to accomplish in terms of getting this place cleaned up. I don't know if you remember last time, there was a changing table here, along with some crib accessories and whatnot. Got rid of the crib. Still looking for somebody to take this changing table off my hand. It's not free though, don't try it. But anyways, today is a pretty decent feeding day. I am here taking care of all the creatures and critters. I don't know, some of this might look updated to you, some of this might look new to you in terms of setup. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this righteous tour started. As you can see over here, I actually have gone ahead and fed one said Kabutops. She is the youngest of these snakes that I own. As you can see, oh, look at that belly. Yes, you ate good, didn't you, baby girl? Now, she's slightly bitey. She is definitely a bite first, ask questions later. Right now, she is kind of like, oh, I am full. I exerted all that energy into actually eating, and now you're picking me up and putting things in my face that are foreign and I don't know what they are. We are going to put her back in and grab another. Okay, so she's taken off. One thing that you might notice with these tanks, something that I'm actually trying out here, it's working out pretty well. Let me go ahead and unlatch this one and get a better shot. I started off doing regular bedding, Eco Earth, mixing it with some sphagnum moss and however you pronounce it, and just basically earthy stuff, and it was going great. But started adding up in cost. It gets messy really easily once you hit a point of defecation every week. So what I've actually been doing is I've been using indoor-outdoor carpet. And basically what indoor-outdoor carpet does is, oh, here's a better example. Down here, you can see I got to clean up here in Barnaby's tank. But basically, indoor-outdoor carpet works great. Definitely helps pull shed. It helps with defecation in terms of pulling out or helping assist with defecation. So you won't have any of those moments where halfway out and it gets compacted. You get a lot less of that. And it's easier to clean, less mildew when it gets wet. It's designed to keep from growing mold and mildew when it's wet, hence the name indoor-outdoor carpet. Now I'm only doing these with the reptiles, and except for over here Magmar, Kenyan sand boa, with him I've actually switched from the granulated dirt to, some of you might notice what this is if you have rabbits and guinea pigs and stuff like that. This is basically recycled paper. It works really great. He's chilled out a little bit. He's still kind of angsty every now and then, but he's been doing pretty good with it. It actually also helps with smell, like defecation smell. It also helps keeping everything fresh and clean. It soaks it up pretty well and clumps together around it. I would say it works pretty much just like cat litter, and he has been doing really great with it. If he does get wet, he doesn't have to worry about any of the any like extra dust or anything sticking like that to him. But let's go ahead and move on over here. Over here we have Ekans. Ekans is my California king snake. Some of you are well acquainted with Miss Ekans over here. And she's telling me, Daddy, I need some water. This thing is not meant for hiding. I need some water. And I've said, Yes, baby girl, I know I cleaned your dish earlier today and I was going to get you some water as soon as I feed you. So I'm going to pull her out real quick and we are going to put her in her feeding tub, well, the communal feeding tub, and get her some water. So here we have Ekans. Like I said, she's my California king snake. Now, some of you, I know my grandparents did when they first heard the word king snake. They immediately thought of the cobra, the king cobra. Actually, when a snake has the title king, it usually tends to mean that that snake can be cannibalistic, highly cannibalistic actually, as in a major part of its diet will include other snakes, even snakes of its own variety, if they're large enough to eat. What is really great is that snakes not only keep the population of rodents down that carry diseases like Lyme disease and rabies, stuff like that. King snakes are really great at maintaining population control in terms of venomous snakes. Yes, king snakes can sometimes be immune to some of the more venomous snakes. King snakes are known to be very good at eating, let's say, rattlesnakes, stuff like that. But what they do, it's actually pretty cool. What the king snake will do is it will wait till it finds an opening, and guess what that opening is? The opening is pretty much behind the head, just like when anybody else is out in the woods or the wild and stuff like that, and they want to catch a snake. Most of the time they grab it, hold it behind the back of the head, and then they wait for it to calm down, and then they, if they're actually going to handle it correctly, instead of keeping on holding it behind the head, they will actually let the snake roam across their hands as if that snake is passing from branch to branch or just on a continuous staircase. So what the king snake will do is when the king snake is approaching another venomous snake, that king snake will actually clamp down on the back of the head. Yeah, they're that smart. They will clamp down on the back of the head so they don't get bitten. And then as they, after they do that, they will actually adjust the head of the venomous snake to the point where they're actually swallowing it head first. That way, if it is a venomous snake that, they're not that well adapted to their venom, and it's not a venom that they can just handle if being bit, they don't have to worry about that because, hey, that snake's going down head first. You don't have to worry about it turning around and biting their tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and feed Ekans. I don't really want to incorporate, the feed. It's not a live feeding. With her, she is strictly frozen thawed feeding. But I don't really like to display the animal eating the other in a contained area as a source of entertainment. You guys know me. I love animals. I love them to death. But I don't find the kill to be an entertaining thing. Some people, they will do that. They'll post a video of like, oh man, watch my such and such snake eat this live whatever, and then throw them in a container, throw a live whatever in the container, and just watch it go to town. I don't know if you guys are into that. Me personally, I am not. I'd rather watch two dudes like beat the crap out of each other than watch a snake go to town on a live mouse. Also, it's kind of dangerous feeding live. It is a high bite risk. When you get a high bite risk like that, especially since the incisors on most mice and rats are designed to instantly slice through something. I mean, we're talking about scalpel teeth. These guys get bit, it could mean incredible damage. Dr. Bill's at the wazoo trying to keep it from getting infected, making sure that it actually gets back to normal and heals over properly. Unfortunately, the ball python kept here, she has not switched over. Today I'm actually going to try to see if I can coax her into eating a frozen thawed, but if not, I will have to go out. In that case, what ends up happening, and just so that nobody can say that, hey, what about the one that does eat it? when I do feed live, I do stun the rat first, and then I drop it in so that it's not fighting. But even then, snakes most of the time when they eat, they want their privacy. So it's not like I actually just sit around and make sure that I watch the entire feeding. Once I see that initial wrap up, I know that everything's good to go, because once they wrap up, if you're knocked unconscious and you get wrapped up by a snake bigger than you, you are done. Being unconscious and getting constricted, you are done. That thing will completely crush you. You will be nothing but, broken bones inside of a meat sack, and then they just swallow you whole. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and feed her real quick, and we'll move on from there. So one thing I want you guys to see is snakes can be very food aggressive. As you can see, she's like, hey, this is mine, I got it, it's mine, it's nobody else's. Snakes actually can be so food aggressive that, check this out guys, snakes will actually see their own tail and think it's another snake or more food and start munching, they're just like, more food, or get out of here guys, this is my food. And they'll bite down on their tail, and the feeling of biting down on their tail makes them think that, hey, now I'm under attack. And so they bite down harder, and just becomes an endless cycle. But let's go ahead and back off before, she gets too into this. We're going to go ahead and leave her alone. And that was some tape that I took from my son and never actually put away. Okay, so now this is everybody's guilty pleasure, the tarantulas. A lot of you think I am insane for having tarantulas. I wouldn't say that that's exactly what makes me insane, but let me tell you this, guys. All my years of keeping pets, these have got to be, by far, hands down, the easiest, the cheapest, the cleanest, the most calm pets I have ever kept in my entire life, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. These guys are basically the heart and soul of this reptile room. There is 15 in total. As of right now, I'm taking a break. Ever since I got my golden goose tarantula, I've definitely slowed down, but these guys are basically my drive for this reptile room. Possibly my drive for later on in life. I definitely want to go somewhere with this. I'm not sure if I want to become a breeder, and I'm not sure if I want to become a breeder for profit. I definitely do learn a lot from these guys on a daily basis. Whenever I walk into this room, from the moment I walk in, open up a tub, close it, and walk back out, I'm constantly learning from these guys. So let's go ahead and get started. It is feeding day for a lot of them. I know in the past, I used to show the feeding videos. I don't think I want to make that a sport anymore. Now, it is, not going to lie, it is pretty cool. If you want to watch tarantulas eat, let me know in the comments below. To me, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel kind of slightly conflicted on it, especially since I literally just said I don't want to make a sport out of it with the snakes. With tarantulas, it's very powerful stuff. They are no joke about their food. I would say that they're probably more aggressive with their food than Ekans is. I mean, I've dropped a cricket in before, and then the next thing you know, I'll drop another one in, and then I'll drop another one in, and they'll have like 3 crickets all at the same time being consumed. So we're actually going to start with some of the ones that I fed last night. We'll give them a proper introduction, everything like that, and let's get it started. By the way, some of you have told me that I should do this, and I've already started a YouTube channel, but I feel like what I should do now is pretty much just start putting more videos out there. If you guys have any requests, I do educational animal videos. As of right now, pretty much it's just filming whatever I have. I don't have anything video editorial worthy or whatever. But over time, you know, as I'm going to dip more into this, I will start getting more programs to edit videos. So if you guys want to stick strong with me and hang in with me throughout these next years and whatnot, while I start kickstarting a great channel, you can follow me at nsfrost13. It's basically my gamer tag. A lot of you know it, but if you need to know how to spell it, for those of you watching this on Facebook and you're like, well, I watched your video, now how do I subscribe? Well, for one, you can actually go down to the link right across from my name in the middle of your page, and it'll say nsfrost13, and then over to the right is a big red button, and it says subscribe. Yeah, just hit that button, and you can go ahead and follow me and get updates and whatnot. Every time I'm up and I make a new video, drop it on YouTube. YouTube's going to be like, yo, saw dude, Pittman's got a new video. So anyways, check it out. Check out my channel. Good, cool stuff on there for nice little beginnings. I also have a sister channel. Didn't really take off too well. For some reason I had to start another. I do not know why. But if you want to check out my sister channel, I do have videos on that sister channel where I basically just shenanigans, which is pretty much another thing that I'll do with this channel. You guys seem to like my shenanigans, ordering from the drive-through window with the voice of Elmo, stuff like that. Everybody seemed to love that back then. Don't know if they'll do it now, but I'll go back to that. But anyways, let's get it started with these intros. Alright, so we actually had to come out here into the, I don't know, I've heard it called 3 different names: lanai, patio, sunroom, all that jazz. The only, actually, speaking of which, the only creature that is not in the reptile room is Pascal. Pascal is a veiled chameleon. She absolutely hates me. With a, like when I say she hates me, she hates me. I've never seen or felt a chameleon bite somebody until I picked her up a couple weeks ago. And yeah, no, once again, I'd like to reiterate the fact that she absolutely hates me. Okay, so who we have here first? This is actually revered as one of the most beautiful tarantulas. This is a green bottle blue. Now, as you can see, I've made all their homes. This here is Triptychon. Another thing you'll notice, I name all of my tarantulas after Decepticons, with the exception of one. She came to me pre-named. She was my very first. Love her to death. She's, I think, 4 years old now. But anyways, this is Triptychon. Triptychon is a green bottle blue, and if you notice, Triptychon webs like crazy. Triptychon, he has actually attached the lid to the floor here, and there is no point in this water dish anymore. Pretty much, I spritz everything down, and crickets, I've never seen him drink from the water dish, only flip it over, fill it with bedding, and then web over it. So we're actually going to open her up and say hello. Now, if you notice, orange rump, yep, Triptychon has a brightly orange colored abdomen, but as he gets older, these dark colors that you see right here, you might be able to see it. Camera quality sucks. I'm doing everything off of my phone right now. Like I said, I am a scrub in the making, and then after I become a scrub with making these videos, I will definitely be able to... Oh, look at those nails. Oh, I need to get my nails did. I need to go get my nails all pretty. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Look at these nails. Anyways, you didn't come here to see my nails. You came here to see some awesome animals. Now, green bottle blues, they are known for heavy webbing. Pretty docile, a little jittery at first, but once you get more into the growth, they start to calm down a little bit. As is most tarantulas. Most tarantulas, when they're younger, they're like, oh my god, everything's going to kill me. But once they get older, they're just like, whatever, this might as well happen. But he's pretty cool. With my males, I try to stick to mainly females. They last longer, they get bigger. But with my males, there's always the thought of, oh man, maybe I should find them a girlfriend, get some babies out of it. I don't know. If I breed, I don't think I'd be able to actually make a market off of it. I might do just like rehoming fees, but that's about it. These guys can on the market for in the stores. If you find one in the stores, it doesn't maybe matter if it's a baby or an adult. These guys can get pretty expensive because of how popular and how colorful they can get. But moving on, we actually over here, another name that you might be familiar with. Let's see. The other one is Devastator. Oh well, let's forget the names. It's once you get to a certain point and you don't have labels, you actually start to forget their names. But I can tell you, this is a Lasiodora parahybana. It is a Brazilian pink salmon tarantula. These are actually the underrated bird eater tarantulas. And these guys, everybody seems to think, Goliath bird eater is the biggest that you can get. There's none other bigger than that. These guys are actually the ones that they can get up to Goliath bird eater size. Every now and then they can actually get bigger. Not too much bigger, but every now and then they can definitely get bigger, especially depending on diet, lifespan, all that jazz. But these guys, the one that I have back in the room, definitely bigger than my hand. So, I hear dogs going crazy, and that means that it is time for dinner to come walking through those doors. Not for them, but for me. I'm going to go ahead and call this video a day and a wrap. We've sat here almost 30 minutes. We've gotten to know each other. I can only handle 30 minutes of you guys. I'm pretty sure you can handle probably less of me, but I do have to eat. So I am going to go ahead and water Ekans, and you know what? I cannot leave without giving a proper hello to Blackout. Blackout is my golden goose tarantula. I absolutely love and adore her. She is like no other. Skitter. Some of you witnessed me bringing her home for the first time, and I immediately bedded her at the hotel. And yeah, this is the Brazilian black tarantula. Brazilian blacks, extremely popular in the trade. They are alluring, they are majestic, they are gloriously gorgeous. As they get older, it does get a really heavy dark sheen of black. They are amazing, super timid, docile. As they get older, you can definitely handle them more. And right now, like I said earlier, when they're young, they feel that everything is out to get them. So anyways, I'm going to go eat, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. There's going to be more to come. Like I said, subscribe to my channel, NSFrost13. That is N as in November, S as in Sierra, Frost, like basically my first dog, what you found on, or the stuff that you find on your windshield if you live up north. That's not a Florida problem. And then the numbers 1, 3. That's how you find me. But if you're intelligent or have common sense, you can always just hit that subscribe button down below. Hit me up with some likes too. I heard that likes are a good thing on YouTube. Son, I really wish you would stop spraying me with the water bottle, but it is time to go eat. Alright, come on, dude. And we are out of here.